Good morning and welcome to the Careers Corner. Please, could you introduce yourself?
Hi there, my name's Kate, and I work at Johnson Matthey in Clitheroe.
And what does your job involve, please?
So at the moment, I'm a manufacturing shift leader, which means I'm here days and nights, 24/7, running our manufacturing site and managing a team of 10 operators.
And what was your careers journey to get to this point, please?
So at school, I was very mathematically minded, focused in on sort of maths and chemistry. So decided to do a chemical engineering degree at uni and absolutely loved that. So when I graduated, I got on a grad scheme as a chemical engineer. I'd been doing that for sort of 4 years. And then just recently, I've taken a couple of opportunities to do some secondments to see what different parts of the business look like. So I spent some time doing planning and scheduling, where I was setting the production schedules for what our operating plants would make at any one time. So I did that for 6 months, and most recently, I've taken on this job as a shift leader.
Fantastic. And do you need any particular qualification skills or character traits to be successful?
I think across all my jobs, because they've all been on a chemical manufacturing site, you really need to believe in what you're doing and enjoy it and have a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and be a little bit prepared to stand up for yourself. It is a very male dominated industry, but there is a lot of space for girls to make a really big impact, and we can bring a whole different set of character traits to the situation, and make really, really good leaders in the manufacturing industry. So yeah, just being prepared to stand up for yourself and stay true to your beliefs and sort of focus on what you believe in. And that's got me to where I am today, I think.
That's fantastic. Could you describe a typical day as much as possible?
So last week I was on night shifts. So I got out of bed at about 4 p.m. Had some tea before I came into work. So I start work at 6:30. Someone was on site all day doing my job in the day. So we have about half an hour handover to catch up on where everything is, focusing in on safety, make sure everyone's working correctly and working safely. Make sure all the plants are running and all things like that. So I have about half an hour with my day handover, and then I go and meet my team, and we sit down with a good cup of tea and work out where we're up to and what we need to achieve that night. And then it's just send them out. They get on with running all the operating plants, so they're moving materials about and sort of doing chemistry to make our products, and I'm just making sure they've got everything they need to do their jobs for most of the rest of the night. So if they need any maintenance support or if they need a chemist to do some extra chemical analysis, I'm going around making sure they've got everything they need to make sure that they're working safely and that they're producing good quality catalysts.
Fantastic. And what are the parts you enjoy most about your job?
I really love working with my team. The guys I'm working with at the moment are a brilliant group of guys. They really look out for each other and look out for me. And you never see someone struggling on their own. Someone will always go over and make sure everyone's got some support and got some help if they need it, and they'll give each other a shout, and they'll make sure I'm all right and give me a shout if I need a lift with anything as well. So it's that support around me, the team I work with. We really look out for each other, and it's a really great environment to work in.
Fantastic. And what are the biggest challenges you feel you faced?
I think being a woman in the manufacturing industry can be really tough at times. There are people assume that you've got a certain personality and that you're a stereotypical woman, and none of us are stereotypical women, and you have to surprise people, and you have to break down those assumptions and work with people's assumptions and sort of all prove yourself as just as able to be an engineer as anyone. But actually, when people get to know you. If they find a whole new side and a whole new set of skills that you can bring to the table, and that's really fulfilling. But it can be difficult at times, and you do have to stand your ground at times. But it's certainly not something that would have put me off joining the industry. Now I know what it's like. I think it's a challenge, but it's definitely one easily overcome. And the more and more of us join the industry, the more and more people see that. So it's getting easier all the time.
That's fantastic. And what advice would you give to someone considering joining the profession?
I think do something, whatever you're doing, do something that you really enjoy. I think the jobs that I've been in, the projects I've been on that I've succeeded in have been ones that I can get passionate about and the ones I can be energetic about. And if you can get excited about what you're doing, that really comes through, and people feed off that energy and feed off that passion, and it makes life a lot easier if you can get everyone on board with getting excited about something. So I think whatever you want to do, just make a decision that's going to make you happy. Even if I've made decisions that haven't been the quickest thing to progress my career, but they've been things that I've loved, and that's really helped me get to where I am today, because you get a really good reputation and people want to come and work with you because they feed off the energy.
That's right.
Yeah, do something you love.
Definitely. Who would be your role model?
I think probably my high school chemistry teacher is probably still one of my biggest role models. She was the person that helped me decide to do chemical engineering, and she worked in industry before and just got a little flavour about what being in the chemical industry might be like, and that actually it was very open for females as well as males, and that it sounded like quite an exciting industry to be in. And yeah, so I think she really inspired me to go down this path. And so, yeah, I don't think she knows that.
No, so go on, name drop. Name drop.
It was Mrs. Shigelka. I think she's retired now, but
yeah. She'll be absolutely chuffed to bits about that, I have to say.
Oh.
And what advice would you give your 15-year-old self?
I think be brave. It's really easy to make excuses and convince yourself that the easier path is what's best for you, and quite often the thing that seems hardest to do, whether it's stand up in front of a room when you never thought you'd be able to deliver a presentation, and then end up convince yourself you can do it, and suddenly you're delivering training week after week to whole roomfuls of people and things like that you just things that I never thought I could do. And there was a point earlier on in my career where I started making excuses and convincing myself that the easy option was the best thing for me. And the point where I stopped doing that and got a little bit braver, it really turned a corner for me. So definitely be brave.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today, Kate. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Great to speak to you.